Alright, we're streaming once again. Yeah. It is currently 9:44. I download Tiger and Bunny clips, so I guess while we do that, let's have some videos play in the background. Oh, it's still on my Opera, so I never changed it yesterday, so y'all probably never heard my part I was on. I'm really trying to find something to work with clips here. Alright. I really don't know what to do with what I am given here. Besides these openings, I don't know what I should do here. I did tell myself I wanted to take all the verses easy here though, because one, lack of clips. What am I up to right now? I am currently just editing this music that I'm making. That's really it. I'm just editing a song that I am currently featured upon. Yeah, I'm just doing the editing for it. Right now I'm currently looking for clips. Yeah, I'm currently looking for clips to use because each person on this song said that they wanted a different anime or media. So currently I'm just trying to get that media. But yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. if you wanted to take a look at it, you could. Like I could try to show this. Yeah, it's more like a early preview and stuff, but if you were interested in seeing it, then sure. But if you weren't, then that's also cool. But um yeah, right now I'm just grabbing clips for it, that's all. Yeah, so I apologize if you see a black screen. Right now I'm just looking at instrumentals that are popping up on my timeline while I grab these clips, so it won't be super boring. But if you had any questions or things, you know, ask away. I'm always here to answer while I while I do this. Might as well try to spark some conversation. I was about to say thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna be stuck here for a few days working on it, but thank you so much. Alright, we have all the clips we need. Now we can actually begin this editing process. I hope it's all the clips I need. Nah. Sadly, the clips are still not much. I'm not having much to go off of, but I can only go off of what I'm given. You said, has there been any news about Ruby? Besides that Volume 10 is, besides that Volume 10 is greenlit and is currently in production stages, there's really nothing. But besides that, there really is nothing about Ruby that is fundamentally out there. Viz Media and even Rooster Teeth, when they were still around, I don't know, they do this like annoying thing that I don't like, where they'll show all the members together, right? Like all the voice actor, all the writers, you know, and it's always a message like they're back in business, or da 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 this, or like they'll answer fan questions, or they'll do fan stuff, or it's like, you know, Ruby voice actors makes cookies, or Ruby voice actors read a book, you know, Ruby voice actors say what their favorite instrument is, and it's like, that's cool, but it's also like upsetting, because it's like, how does this relate to the series Ruby or its progression? Obviously, you can't tell us the exact details of the series. You know, I'm not saying you have to say, you know, Yang is gonna have a fight episode 10, you know, you know, episode 10, volume 10 of the series. You don't obviously have to say that, but you can at least, you know, say, hey, we're working hard on Ruby, or, you know, writing is a little bit difficult or whatever. You know what I'm saying? The great thing about Rooster Teeth, at least when, in my opinion, Monty was around, was you know, I don't want to make it a Monty thing, but like, he was the writer for the show, the director of the show. He created the show. The good thing about that was like he would show things of the series. Uh, he would go out of his way to show things of the series, whether it's just of a model, and work in progress, or slight snippet or a teaser, but a lot of things were Ruby related, and then even his thoughts were based off of animation or philosophy or things like that. But you always had content related to the show and the people who work on Ruby, but it was mainly about the show. A lot of our details are more like, okay, this is about the voice actor or so or such and such, or it's like a useless fact about Ruby characters. More like a very useless fact that like that won't go the long way. Um, I mean, side projects are costly. You know what I'm saying? That's the main reason I'm never gonna sit here and say, um, that's why I'm never gonna sit here and say, yeah, man, just do a side project, just do this, just make this, and you know what I'm saying. Those things are hard. Those things take time. Those things, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not gonna be that easy, especially if, you're working on the like, you know what I'm saying, you're trying to green light. We're not trying to green light the series, but working on the series is gonna be difficult. Um Plus, you're still gonna have your fans, You bring back Ruby Chibi, people are gonna say, well, where the fuck is actual Ruby? Uh, you bring back a new series, where the fuck is actual Ruby? Everything is literally going to lead to where the fuck is actual Ruby, no matter what you do. It's always gonna be a thing. Um, which it's fair. No, it's gonna happen, but you can't really. Not You're not gonna be able to stop that stigma, and that's gonna get annoying. Now, as a fan and as a person, yeah, I would like for them to. I would love for them to bring those things back, but also, like I said, it's gonna be difficult. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it's just that in so many words. Um, but yeah, like there's probably not much news on it. I mean, Ruby manga is cool, but it also sucks because it steers away from the canon. So many things are altered or played differently. Um, and that's the thing that sucks about the Ruby like anthology like manga and stuff. Um, cool read, fascinating read if you're a fan. And they may have certain beats of the drum. Um, and it some of it's good, but it sucks because you also do have to sit here and say, well, it's different from the canon. Now, you can say it's better than the canon, you can say it's worse than the canon, but it is different from the canon. And for me, when I'm looking at any Ruby series like that or content like that, I am hoping that the things are canon, but you're just adding additional details. That's it. Or you're polishing things. Um where it doesn't feel like they do that or are doing that with the manga. But like would I like for them to focus on the villains? Yeah, the villains don't got shit pretty much. Um like I said, I would hope for the villains to get some love in RWBY. Um, that's why a lot of my writing for like a few years ago when I was like, I really want to get hired to be a part of Volume 10, when that was like a big ass dream that I wanted. A lot of my writing involved the villains because the villains don't have much, and RWBY villains are played off as stereotypical villains. And that's the annoying thing about it. And what I mean by that is they're just evil. Bad person is bad, so they're wrong. And you can have a character that's like that, but it's a million times more depth to say bad person is bad for this and this reason. And even if you don't agree with them morally, or anything like that, at least I can understand why they do what they do and how they feel about, this and that. Sorry, somebody messaged me for a commission. I was like, whoa, what is this? Sorry, I had to respond to that guy. Sorry. It's rare that I get commissions, so you gotta be on top of those. Those are my source of living and how I get paid. Um, that's my source of income right there, so I kind of need that. But I always try to focus on the villains, because like I said, RWBY puts themselves into a predicament where um villains are just very stereotypical. They're just evil to be evil. Or if they have a reason to be evil, um yeah, if the villains ever have a reason to be evil, um I think it's played out pretty poorly, admittedly. I don't think it's done in the greatest light that it should be done in. Um, yeah, to where eventually I feel like at one point you're dropping the ball on certain villains. Um, yeah, because at least how it feels for the writers. It feels like you want deep elements and you want deep things for your story, but then you don't want what it takes to be deep. Um, yeah, like you want those deep elements, you want those deep aspects, but you don't want what it actually takes to be deep. That's the that's the part I get annoyed about. Um, you want the complexness, you want the harshness, but then you avoid everything that puts you into that harsh thing because harsh is morally incorrect. Harsh is scary. Harsh is bad or evil. And you have to write that while making it realistic, while also being unafraid of what people are going to say. And at one point, you have to be unapologetic about what you write. So yeah, it's why. But it's why I dislike some of the RWBY things. But uh nah, when it comes to DC or Marvel or anything like that, I'm not gonna lie, I don't read much of that stuff at all. To be fair, I don't even read much at all. I'm going to be honest with you. Um, I'm not somebody who has ever like sat here and read books, not because I dislike reading. I just don't do it. Um, no, I just don't do it. Um, Now there are, like, in my opinion, there are some things that are like, oh man, this is really cool, but you know, for me, I just don't do it. Um, yeah, so I apologize for that. No, that looks hideous, and it's because of this last effect here. Yeah, that's a decent effect. But yeah. Most things I really pay attention to are like manga. I'd say those are the thing, and even then it has to be a specific sort of manga, like Chainsaw Man. Like, I love Chainsaw Man, so I know a lot about that. Yeah. I don't know what to do with this kaiju verse. It has such a different feel. I'm gonna need that transition to be better. Let's just have a grunge effect here. Autistic level music. I'm not even going to assume what that means. But I will at least say that um I'm positive Casey or Cassie is going to be a part of it. She's been a part of it for each and every time. She's done side content, she always reps it, she performs it. She's been doing this since she was like 12, 13 years old. She loves it. When she was like 12 or 13 years old, she had a RWBY poster before she was even hired to be uh a singer for the series. When her father was like, hey man, I'm gone, and like she took the reins over for like the music. I think it was like volume 9, volume 10, um or whatever. She seemed to enjoy that and like that, you know, to the point where some people even believe that that is like volume 9 and 10 are some of the best sounding soundtracks in RWBY, with her leading the fray. So yeah, I know I see some people speak about it, but I don't understand where the theory comes from that like Cassie is not gonna be here, or you know, like, yeah, that like she's not gonna be a part of the soundtrack. Like, she's pretty integral to it. um yeah, like she's very integral to it. I don't, yeah, I'm saying, I don't really see a RWBY soundtrack without her. And if I did see a RWBY soundtrack without her, it would at least have to be in the same genre, or at least a little bit more rock, you know what I'm saying? At least for me. um you know, yeah, scratching that rock, and even maybe like, I mean, we don't have really many RWBY songs like that, but like metal-ish, new metal, not heavy. Not, I'm not talking about, you know, no fucking I can't even think of the band right now. But yeah, for me, like I said, I think she's integral, but I don't think you should. I don't think you should, like I said, I don't think you should believe that she's not going to be here, because I 100% believe she will be here. But also on top of that, like I said, I believe that in my heart, um, because you're like, you know, even if it's someone like I like no. For me, I take it like the Linkin Park situation, right? Where I love Chester. I love Linkin Park as well. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I'll go where Chester goes when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how much I like Chester. And when Linkin Park did get a new singer, I was like, ugh, what the fuck? This ain't Chester. You know what I'm saying? I was like, ugh, bro. Like, then I sat there and thought about it. They're not trying to get another Chester. They're just trying to get somebody that's a new era. You know what I'm saying? This is a new era, a new turning point. You know what I'm saying? For me, it would sound worse if she tried to be Chester. It would sound 100% worse because it would be uncomfortable at that point. It's one thing to honor someone, it's another thing to try to copy them because of a passing or whatever it is. So, for me, in terms of Ruby, like I said, she's going to be a part of it, but even if she wasn't a part of it, I'd accept it. It just depends on the genre and the person handling it. I don't know what to do with this Kaiju verse, dude. Especially the anime he gave me. Like, why would he give me this anime? Because now I have to go with this style. Like, you gave me no choice. So now I'm going to have to slow down everybody's parts. Yeah, like I said, it will always be Chester for me. I always love Chester. I say 100% to all my friends and everybody that I like Chester more than I like, what's her name? Emily, right? I like her, I like Chester more than I like Emily by a mile. If you go to my playlist, yeah, I'm saying I got a million more Linkin Park songs than from Chester than her. I think I only got like 2, 3 songs from her in there. Um, and it's because her style feels modern-ish. I came to Linkin Park for that rap rock, those heavy topics, that intensity, that emotion. Um, with her, there's passion, there could be aggression, but she doesn't give me the same emotional output and intensity as someone like Chester. But like I said, I respect it. It's always going to be Chester in my heart, but also I can still listen to new Linkin Park and not hate it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can turn on some new Linkin Park right now and bump that shit because it's good music. Now, if somebody was to say, yeah, man, Emily is better than Chester, or new Linkin Park is better than old Linkin Park, that's when I would get a bit upset. But if you're just like, yeah, I like new Linkin Park, yeah, I do too. It's decent. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel about it. So, I don't know. Yeah, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I may have to give bro this easy bake ass edit. And not because I want to, but because I don't got much else to work with. You could have gave me fucking Death Note and that would have been better. Yeah, you get an easy bake edit, bro. Why couldn't nobody pick anything good like fucking like Bleach or something, bro? Like, Bleach is hella stylish. I would have loved to do an AMV about Bleach, but no. Y'all chose fucking Tiger and Bunny. You could have gave me Devil May Cry the anime. I would have made some shit shake. Yeah, bro, I'm sorry. I don't mean to easy bake nobody with the AMV, but what could I do? I really don't mean to easy bake anybody, bro, but what what could I do, bro? You ain't give me no other option, bro. Android 16. I have no other option. This is what you're getting, bro. At least this looks hard. Amazing Digital Circus I didn't watch, but the ending for Chainsaw Man I do have a video on already. But for me, I was just a little lost and confused on it. Not confused because I didn't get it, confused because I felt like there was so much more to do. Um, but how I said it in my video is it's a alright ending. I just think the ending falls flat because if you gave us 10, 15 chapters before this, like before that ending, it would have been fire. I would have been able to accept that ending if you just gave us some breathing room. But it's like you're setting up, 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 you're setting up. Boom, new world. That sucks. Because now it's like, what was the purpose of all this setup? Even if you're trying to play the card of that's life and what is the purpose for all of this, and even with the depiction of Denji choosing his regular life over being Chainsaw Man or being a devil, and even living a better life now than what he was kind of destined to have given his circumstances and who he was and who he is. Even when you're given that, it's like it could have just been done better, right? Me personally, would I have preferred that he fight in that fucked up world and maybe not even fix everything, but fight in the world that I don't want to say he caused and created, but he contributed to, and fix things out in his own way. Yeah. And then at that point, maybe he would have got Asa. I'm not one of those guys because I do think it's weird that people are like, these guys should have had sex. I don't like that. That's weird. But, do I think that those guys should have, had their moment afterwards and talk or whatever? Yeah, like if they had sex, they had sex, sure. But like guys were out here like, I want full fucking volume or whatever chapter. These guys just fucking. It's like, dude, I don't, I love Fujimoto. I love him. That's my goat right there. Yeah, I'm gonna stand with him till he dies. But like, bro, I don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying? Like, like maybe if you gave me a page or two, like if Fujimoto really wanted to cook up on that pen and he wanted to give me a page or two, sure, bro, give me a page or two if you really want to. I don't think it's necessary, low key, but if you want to give me a page or two of just sex, sure, bro, give me a page or two. But nah, for me, I don't know, bro. I personally would have just loved if he did what he did, which was, like I said, try to at least fix or change that world or live in that world. And then just try to see where to advance from there, because it's not like the entire world was fucked. And it's not like things couldn't have been fixed. It would have just taken a long process. Like I said, whether you wanted that ending or the new timeline ending, it would have worked. New timeline ending would have just worked if you gave it more chapters to breathe. The ending that a lot of other people was expecting with the whole setup and bullshit, all you had to do was stick the landing, and he didn't because he opted for something else. Um, but yeah, like I said, for me, I just felt very weird about it. I liked it at one point. I thought, man, I can enjoy this. I hated it at some parts. Not hated it, but I was just like, I really would have liked it if that setup came, but I don't despise it, and I still like the show. And I'm not gonna be one of those guys that are like, part one is 100% better than part two. Fuck part two. Part two sucks. Oh my god. Like, I'm never gonna be that guy because I love part two. Part two has some great moments. And to discredit it all just because you don't like the ending is stupid. Um, but yeah, for me, I think fans definitely made it annoying. But um, yeah, I'd say though that For me though, when it comes down to Denji regressing constantly in Volume 2, I think it's realistic. I have no I have no flaws with it. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I have zero flaws about it. Which sounds weird because as a person you should focus on progressing. But I don't have any flaws with it because it's realistic. Coming from somebody um who does battle his own addiction and desires and lust and whatever. Um it's realistic to sit here and to know what you're doing is wrong but be so controlled by your impulses, or then to sit there and chase after something that you know is bad for you, or know that it's not going to give you what you want, but to then still do everything in your power to then get it, to then put yourself or others or things in danger to where you'll lose that part of yourself, but to then pull back and then realize, what the fuck am I doing? You know, you should do better. You shouldn't be chasing after this. You shouldn't whatever. For then it to pop up in your face again and for you to say, what the fuck? Even for you to sit there and think that you're making progress and to be like, yeah, you know, I'm not gonna fall for this anymore. And then presented with the thing of it getting put right back in your face, you fall for it. You know, for me, it's a great depiction of everything that I have went through. You know what I'm saying? Um, in my relationships, when it comes to my emotions and my desires and my whatever, or even me being manipulated or mistreated or anything like that. It's a great it's great because it's realistic. It sucks because you would sit there and you would see, Denji, bro, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Stop falling for the same trap. You know, you're gonna get frustrated at that. Um, and that's also why I find it realistic, because I sat there and told myself many times when I was in situations such as him, why the fuck am I falling for this? Didn't you just prep yourself a whole week or two or months saying you're not gonna fall for this, you're gonna be better, and then you don't do better? You know, like what is happening? You know, what are you really doing? But yeah, I love it for its realism. I can never doubt it for that. For me, I think it's annoying that he never fully got to understand what he wanted and things of that nature. That's the part that I could say truly does suck. Um, but yeah, no, I love it. I don't have an issue with him regressing, then progressing, then regressing, then progressing, because if Fujimoto landed, like I said, if Fujimoto landed what he was supposed to have and or do, I don't think that I think that timeline would have been better at one point, because you could have handled the Asa trauma, you could have handled the Denji trauma, and you could have handled the entire world being fucked up because of that. Like I said, even if they're living in that fucked up world, and still tell the narrative that even when you're surrounded by shit, you can find the good in things. You can still tell that narrative because the world is shit. The world is shitty as hell right now. Um, and even for me, I would have loved for at the end of it all for Denji to sit there and have sex, and then for him to be like, man, this was cool and all, this ain't really what I wanted. Because at the end of the day, a lot of the signs or things that Denji shows is more like, I just want valuable connection and love, and I want to matter to somebody, and I want to, you know what I'm saying, whatever. Instead of, I'm a horny guy that just wants to fuck and crack anybody. Now, I'm sure he is horny and does want to crack, but you know what I'm saying? Like, there's obviously a deeper psychological thing with that, you know what I'm saying? And I would have loved for him to eventually end up cracking, just for them to be like, you know, man, like this is great, but this didn't matter. Especially if it wasn't as great as he thought it would be, or I don't know if aftercare just wasn't a thing, or as you know what I'm saying, because that's also important. So it just depends on how you write that and how you say it. But I don't know. I thought certain things could have been good and aced with that. I mean, for me, I'd say I was reading Chainsaw Man. I started reading Chainsaw Man after the Gun Devil arc. Um, yeah. Um, or sorry, like after the anime ended, and I was just like, man, what do I go from here after season one? And we just didn't get news of anything. I said, man, fuck it, I gotta go. I gotta go check this out. Then I just started reading and reading and reading and reading and reading, you know. But no, I love part two. I don't know what to do with Kaiju, bro. I don't know what to do. Yeah, I was gonna say, films out there could be a like great even without being 10 out of 10. All right, why it's why I like Ruby. Ruby's the greatest example of that. Ruby is not a 10 out of 10 show, and I will never say it is. But is it very important to me, and is it one of my favorite shows, and I adore it? Yes, 100%. You're going through your Ghost Rider board. That's cool. I don't know what. I'm so sorry, Kaiju. I promise I don't mean to do you dirty. I just don't know what the fuck to give. Even the clips that I looked up about this anime, I just don't. I didn't see anything that looked good, that was awe-inspiring. I didn't see anything, dude. And like that's probably how this entire thing is going to go, admittedly. Like this entire clip is going to go. Neo, I need your cute ass to come here, please. Once more, assist me. Thank you so much. All right, cool. We taking his spine. He said he made it to heaven. I said that's a lie. They'll make it when pick. Spine. He said he made it to heaven. I said that's a lie. They'll make it when pigs fly. They'll make it when pigs fly. I slaughtered him out. His dad said that's no son of mine. And made his mama cry. Oh God. I'm sorry, Kaiju. I didn't know what to do for you, bro. There is literally no creative juices flowing, bro. 2,000 images is crazy. Nah, I was about to say I would like to own a lot of Ruby like physical media, but I don't own really any, or actually I don't own any. I guess besides a few figurines, but I don't own any because one, I'm broke. And two, because I don't really have a place to put it in my room and like show it off and stuff or look at it and make it look good. If I do those things, you know what I'm saying? I want to set up my room in my own way and make it look great. And even then, I don't even sit here and like enjoy the like look of my room, I should say. Um, you know, um like there's a lot of people that have their room for the aesthetic and don't give a shit about it. I have my stuff not even for the aesthetic. My room is just at this point it's my place where I just work. That's kind of how I view it. You know what I'm saying? I'm waking up and I'm immediately going to work. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about it too much really. Um. So yeah, like if I didn't treat my room how I thought of it, I would want to have things better. But I don't know. Maybe in the future, if I was, I don't know, richer and cared about my life, and not just work, 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 then I would. Yeah, I was say having the official Ruby anthology is, let's say, it's something I wanted. There was also other people like making fan things. Like I know somebody had like I think it was like a cassette player or something or like tape or it was something. But I thought like, man, that looks really cool. But I never bought it, and now I don't know if I'm blocked by that person, but I can't find that person anymore. But yeah, there's a bunch of Ruby stuff I wanted. I was also wanted like the boards, not boards. Sorry, I wanted the I'm forgetting the name now. The weapons. That's what I also wanted that. But yeah, chainsaw board also hit 10K. That's fair. I mean, for me, I just say collect them, to collect them, just to cherish them. At one point, a lot of these things sadly could disappear, be taken away, or stop being sold. So for me, I always have the mindset of if you can grab them, grab them. You know what I'm saying? If you can't, you can't, and that's life. You know what I'm saying? But if you can grab them, you should grab them. Yeah, I'm about to say, even if I don't have appreciation for the art of what it has on it, I'll just like for me, I still have the mindset of I'll pick it up just so support, just for whatever. Hmm. That's fair. Yeah, I was gonna say there's a lot of people in the Ruby community who have a lot of who have a lot of art that's like that. Admittedly. I'm so upset, dude. Oh my god. I'm supposed to be better than this, but like, dude, like I can only do what I'm allowed to do, bro. Like if you don't give me anything to hoop with, I can't fucking hoop, bro. And I don't feel like I was given much to hoop with. Was this my fault or your fault? The artists can only make the best things they are capable of with the tools they are given at that moment. And I feel like this is probably the best I could give you. With the tools that I am given at my display, this is probably the best thing I could give you. Whatever. At one point, I just have to sit here and say, fuck it. And because it's so, like, uninspiring, I just. Like his bad bitches only dog. And he has such a mellow verse. Like, because you have such a mellow verse. Yeah, because you have such a mellow verse, I don't know what to like really do here. Your verse is so chill. The AMV for this is chill. I don't know. Like his bad bitches only dog, gonna crash out like a Mr. Frog, get Ollie on a corpse and Tony Hawk, only the mask see within the pocket. I don't know what to do here, bro. I really don't want to hoe him, bro. I really don't want to hoe him. Like, I don't know what to do here. I don't. Like, I care about the art that I put out. But I don't, like, I don't know what the fuck to do with you. Like I'm dead, huh? You know what I said. Like his bad bitches only dog, gonna crash out like a Mr. Frog, get Ollie on a corpse and Tony Hawk, only the mask see within the box, they can't see what I'm saying with you, dog. I hate this shit so much, dude. And like, oh, I could do like the pop-out text that I do with people. But that pop-out text only work because it fits the style. This doesn't fit this style because it's slow. I don't know what to do. I'm in actual hell. I don't know what to do, bro. He's probably just gonna have to accept this here, nigga damn. He's probably just going to have to accept a here, nigga damn, and I don't mean it in any sort of disrespect. I don't know what to do. And realistically speaking, it's not just about to be him. At least he could say, I'm not just about to hoe him. At least he can say in his heart that, hey man, a lot of people about to get hoed right now. At least he could say that because I got fucking Mount Lady and somebody and a Keno. I'm about to say having 10,000 images is crazy. Now, for me, what would you use those images for? I don't know, but you know, if it makes you happy, it makes you happy, gang. Yeah, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I best I could do is like when you make it to that, when you make it to that flow of like enemy, when you make it to that, I could do a little something there. You know, I may be able to flex the wrist a little bit, but like this is so like it's just so. And I want to have text on like on top of the screen because if I don't have text on top of the screen, copyright is probably going to fuck me harder than I fuck Neo, and I'm not trying to deal with this, bro. I'm not trying to deal with that. So no, I'm whatever. I'll just accept it, dude. Truly store entire comic books is crazy. Yeah, no, I mean, I get it, truly. Like, I get having reference, but, like, if I had to scroll through, like, 10,000 images, I'd be like, fuck me, dude. Like, for me, I just try to get the reference of what I want in the moment, or I'll have reference pictures, like, at least, like, maybe in the hundreds. But, like, once it starts hitting, like, 1,000, I'm just like, fuck that, dude. I might as well, oh my god, bro. Like, I might as well have fucking King Kamoshida just behind me, tickling my ass, dude. Like, what am I supposed to do here? It's literally about to be just the most ass AMV until I make it to me, dude. And I don't want to say that because that sounds so bad. But I don't got anything else like that saying it's like, oh, you're favoritism yourself. The whole modern is crazy, bruh. For Ultimate Spider-Man. I mean, I guess like that's a real deep appreciation of the art style. So like I can't doubt it, you know what I'm saying? And what type of bard is that, bro? Terrorist attack, blow up the synagogue. What did that have to do with what you were rapping about? Like, we weren't inclined to rap about the fucking anime. I get that, right? We weren't inclined to rap about that. Rap about anything. What did that have to do with anything? Like, let me look at the lines before that. Like, let me break this down real quick. Cause like we all have our weird controversial lines sometimes. We're rappers, it happens. I get it, bro. We all make music, but They can't see what I see. I'm with you, dog. Terrasata. Like, is this just like this nigga throwing theories out here, bro? This nigga Matt Patton in the rap, bro. Matt Patterson in the rap, bro. Okay, cool. My fault, Matthew. I get it, bro. Hey, man. Like I said, bro, you're different, gang. You're different, gang. I might as well just start memeing. Like, I might as well start memeing this. Not even out of a sign of disrespect, but like, you know. Yeah, bro, Kaiju, I'm sorry, bro. You left me no other options, but yeah, bro. Cause like that, like they want to sauce and try so PS called enemies said kaiju come and feast them in a full list full of doors. Or, like that's cool. Like that's a nice. I want to do something with that low key because that sounds so like that's probably one of Kaiju's best pockets I ever heard that nigga get in. But I don't even know if I could do it with the clips I'm provided, bro. Like that's such a smooth, buttery flow. They wanted sauce on track, so PS called enemies, said kaiju come and feast in a forest full of dwarves, roots, and leaves. And like that's so buttery, and I can't do anything with it, dude. Persona board has 1,400. This nigga just got 1,000,000 boards. Like, bro, that shit is crazy, twin. But hey, if you using it for like, if it's like I said, if it's for it's for what's it called? Then I get it, bro. If it's for art reference, then I get it, bro. Man, I just hope I'm not laughed at for what I'm giving Kaiju, dude. Because like, oh man, Solarts, you're a bad editor. I don't want to hear that, dude. With what I'm giving. Like, if anybody want to sit here and say, you know, oh man, you're a bad editor for what you did this. Swallow me to the base, bro. Swallow me to the base, bro. I'm not trying to hear that. And I do feel like the statement, I'm in a forest full of dwarves, roots and leaves, like, yeah, I would hope there are roots and leaves in a forest. Like, I was about to say, for my, like, I think for Pinterest, I have, like, some Makoto and Shinko art and other stuff. Because, like, I really like Street Fighter, I like Darkstalkers, I like Devil May Cry. I never got into Resident Evil, admittedly, but Darkstalkers I love. I love Street Fighter, and I do love Devil May Cry. Retaking his spy. I hate that that's delivered so well. It sounds just cool. That sounds cool. We taking his spine. He said he made it to heaven. That's a lie. That's a lie. They'll make it when pigs fly. Also, I slut him out is such a crazy line. Like, alright, bro, NBA young boy. Alright. That's Kaiju's verse, bro. Like, that's Kaiju's verse, bro. That's Kaiju's verse, bro. I don't know what to tell you, bro. That's Kaiju's verse, bro. Kid Kaiju. Not stored into my vote yet. I was about to say, that means you are fucking hella devoted. But I can only respect it. You know what I said, Kid Kaiju. Like his bad bitches on the dog, gonna crash out like a Mr. Frog. Get an Ollie on a corpse of Tony Hawk. Only the monster can see within the box. They can't see what I'm saying with you, dog. They can't see what I'm saying with you, dog. Terrorist attack, blow up the synagogue. They say Kaiju bad, that's news to me. I'm kinda consume, agree like Mr. Bean. Sipping my new shit, then it's eulogies. Don't need a golden spoon to come with beat. Then when I saw so tracks on PX, one of enemies said Kaiju come in thieves. I'm in a forest full of dwarves, roots and leaves, and carry you towers over trees. I'm so sorry. It looks so bad. It looks so bad, bro. What you dog? What you dog? They can't see what I'm saying with you, dog. Terrorist attack, blow up the synagogue. They say Kaiju bad, that's news to me. I'm kinda consume, agree like Mr. Bean. Sipping my new shit, then it's eulogies. Don't need a golden spoon to come with beat. Then when I saw so tracks on PX, one of enemies said Kaiju come in thieves. I'm in a forest full of dwarves, roots and leaves, and carry you towers over trees. Can't be a savior cause you wanna die. They know Kaiju blind, it's eye for eye. And people want some of this.
We taking his spine. He said he made it to heaven. I said that's a lie. They'll make it when pigs fly. I slaughtered him out. His dad said that's no son of mine. It made his mama cry. Oh God. Whenever it's over, I'm
And because Grayson doesn't have the style of fucking what's it called, I may be able to not do this effect for her. I don't think I need it. I'll keep it, but I don't think I need it. I was just say, I always thought Deathstroke at least looked it cool.
Whenever it's over, I'm just getting started.
Now, luckily, this is better than whatever the fuck. Because my hero is still difficult regardless.
Whenever it's over, I'm just getting started. I'm just getting started. He said he don't want me, and so I departed.
Like, what am I supposed to do here, Grayson?
I asked if he gay, and he got real guarded.
At least, I don't know, bro.
And so I departed. I asked if he gay, and he got real guarded.
Bro, what are these Mount Lady scenes? This bitch sucks. Like, oh, the only saving grace, Jiro on the screen. Thank God. Give me something to fall in love with, because I'm not falling in love with what I'm doing now. Yeah, I was gonna say, for me, sadly, I was about to say, I don't even be looking at, but I was about to say, sadly, I was about to say, I can't be much of help in a conversation like this just because I am so unknowledgeable on all of these things.
He followed James Charles, not always close-hearted.
You know what? I'm having Javier catch a stray. Having my go Javi catch big stray. Um, this nigga is such a fool, nigga. Let me go to TikTok really quickly. Let me grab this and let me. For me, I never looked too much at Poison Ivy or Brainiac. I'm not gonna lie. I always seen them and it was just like they're there, they exist. Man, I can't download this video. I think it's because he has a private account. It may be because he has a private account, low key. I just can't do anything as well with it. Like, I deadass can't do anything. Alright then, that's fun. I'm about to say, enjoy yourself. Go eat, you know what I'm saying? I won't put Javi on blast like that. I think that's dirty if I do that, but I will do at least this. I don't think we're gonna be able to screen record. It may not allow me to screen record this.
Charles got all his posts hearted.
Neo, I need you again. Thank you.
About getting money on decks when the whole paycheck for the lights go out. For the lights go out. I'm trying to get. I'm trying to. The lights go out. I'm trying to get out. I'm trying to get lights go out. I'm trying to get that cash. I'm trying to get that cash. Cause a whole damn drop like a first class scout.
I don't know what to do here.
Go out. I'm trying to get that cash cause a whole damn drop like a first class scout. But out like a first class scout.
I think my shit is a little delayed now. Cause a whole damn drop like a first class scout. But I know you bitches be broke. But But I know you bitches be broke by nothing but coke. I'm only hoping that you choke. You bitches born and ugly and none of y'all matter, but I have you up long as I'm getting flattered. Damn. But I know you bitches be broke by nothing but coke. I'm only hoping that you choke. You bitches born and ugly and none. Damn drop like a first class scout. But I know you bitches be broke by nothing but coke. I'm only hoping that you choke. You bitches born and ugly and none of y'all matter, but I have you up long as I'm getting flattered. Alright, and then this is where I want. This is where I'm gonna have like the manga like aesthetic look.
Matter, but I have you up long as I'm getting flattered. Damn right.
Yeah. I'm starting to get a delay in my stuff, which is going to suck because.
But I know you bitches be broke by nothing but coke. I'm only hoping. Only hoping that you choke. You bitches born and ugly and none of y'all matter, but I have you up long as I'm getting flattered. Damn right, cause I got an ego. I'm trying to get that shit stroked. Thinking you better than me, bitch. You better get your ass smoked.
Just know that. Just know that.
Yeah, alright, I think I have the pieces at least lined up for what I want to do for Grayson.
Like Mr. Beast, having my new shit, then it's eulogies. Only the golden spoon to come and feed. Then when I saw so tracks on PX, one of enemies said kaiju come and feast. I'm in a forest full of dwarves, roots and
This shit is
cars over trees. Can't be a saver cause you wanna die. They don't cut you blind, it's eye for eye. Assume agree like Mr. Bean, sipping my
This shit, yeah, hold on. This shit is low-key will piss me off badly.
kid kaiju. Like it's bad bitches only dog, gonna crash out like a miss. It's only dog. Gonna crash out like a Mr. Frog. Mr. Frog, get up. Get up. Ollie on a corpse and Tony Hawk. Only the mouse can see within the box. They can't see what I'm saying. What you dog? Saying what you dog?
My shit is starting to lag. Whatever, bruh. 8:15. So what? 9 point like what? 5:15, nigga. Alright. I think that's all I can do for Crash Out today. Besides me coming back and doing lyrics for Grayson's part and whatever. Right now, I think that's what I'm just gonna do. Leave it off on after I finish Grayson's part. I'm just going to say screw it, and then after I say screw it, I'm going to do her part. I'm gonna say screw it, and after I finish her part, I'm going to go on to Maskey, which for Masquerade, I'm going to after Masquerade, I'm going to what? Oh no, after Grayson, I'm going to have to quit out, make a new project. That way my lagging can stop. Ah, okay. Alright, I think I'm done for right now. Alright, yeah, I think I'm done now. Alright, well, that's enough of me streaming. I guess I'm done for right now. Only managed to get like an hour in, but an hour and 30 for finishing 2 people. Not that bad, I should say. So, we're not finishing 2 people, but finishing like 1.5. Although one of the people was easy, and the second one ain't really finished, but you know, it's at least something. You know, I'll be back to at least finish the second one. And, yeah, I'll be back to finish the second one. And then, yeah, after that, I just have 2 more, and then the big back and forth, and then that is crash out 100% fully. So yeah, but the faster I could do this, faster I could make it to other things. So I'm really hoping I can at least hopefully finish this, maybe do me and Maskey's part tomorrow, because then that leaves me with Thursday. If I just finish Rika's part, then I'm done with Rika, and then it's my Ruby video. And then I about to say I just gotta make a Ruby video by Thursday, get it done Friday. How are things? Things are fine. Right now I'm just trying to map out everything because I'm technically done with what I'm supposed to be doing right now. So yeah, I'm just lining out my events for this because I'm almost done with the AMV. I have Masquerade's verse, then I have my verse to edit. Then I have Rika's verse and Next Level's verse to edit, which their verses are combined. So if I finish Grayson's verse today, like at the back later half of today, since it's still morning, if I finish Grayson's verse off, that leaves me with tomorrow. Tomorrow, if I can do Masquerade's verse and my verse, I'm finishing that on Wednesday. Meaning I have just Rika's verse and that Rika and Next Level's verse on Thursday. If I can finish all of that, then on the 28th, I should also be able to push myself and make a Ruby video. And then I should upload that video by Friday. But by the time Friday comes around, I've done all my work. If I push myself even more, I can get another audio done for the next Ruby video, which should be on the 5th. Yeah, so I should be able to do all of that if I push myself and if I push myself, and then on top of that, after that it's just commissions. After that, it's just do a lot of commissions and hopefully get this Ruby cipher done for me, because I need to finish this Ruby cipher. Like it's already done, I just need to do the editing for it. So yeah, I just gotta do that. If you're about to say, if you're selling artwork for school and stuff, yeah, that's dope. I would say go for it. Like dead ass, go out there and go for it 100%. Yeah, if you're making, if that's how you're making money, then yeah, go for it. Okay, I'm about to say that's a decent amount. Yeah, I'm about to say that's nice then. I was about to say, and I hope you can do like even better with that. But yeah, when it comes down to my work and stuff, I'll think that's at least enough for today. Like I said, I don't think I'll stream the rest of what I'm about to do next time. Maybe tomorrow if I can keep up the pace, but at least the ending for the verse that I'm currently working on, probably not. So I'll do that later. Um, but yeah, that's it. That's really it. But yeah, I think I'm done at this point. But with that, I don't know, just peace, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, uh, I don't know. Peace, man.